Today, we're diving into what could be the biggest state-federal showdown over immigration in U.S. history. New York's multi-billion-dollar migrant crisis is about to collide head-on with Trump's aggressive deportation plans. Let's break it down. Right now, New York is spending an astronomical $2.4 billion to manage over 100,000 migrants. Governor Hochul just addressed New Yorkers about this crisis, laying out her plans to handle what she calls an unprecedented humanitarian emergency.
Substantive support from Washington. And despite the fact that this is a national, indeed an inherently federal issue. But New York has shouldered this burden for far too long. Since the first migrants began arriving at the Port Authority bus terminal last year, city and state have poured tremendous funds, billions of dollars, and energy into helping them. The city has been helping by the state to manage this in partnership with our state legislature. And in our budget, we allocated over $1 billion, now upwards of $1.5 billion, for providing shelter, National Guard, public health, transit, case management, and legal services to asylum seekers, especially.
And New York isn't alone. California, Illinois, New Mexico, and Arizona are all promising to fight back against Trump's plans. We're looking at a potential constitutional crisis in the making. But here's what makes this situation truly unprecedented. Trump is planning to use the U.S. military for deportations. Yes, you heard that right, the military. With an estimated 13 million undocumented immigrants nationwide, this could be the largest domestic military operation since the Civil War. Think about this, those 200 New York shelters and hotels. Under Trump's plan, they could be converted into detention centers. It's a complete 180-degree turn from Hochul's current approach.
Memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy?
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommend a zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
But here's where things get interesting. Trump's newly appointed border czar, Tom Homan, is promising to turn this whole situation upside down.
Is there a written plan on this?
Not that I know of.
If there's no memo, if there's no plan, is this fully baked?
We've done it before.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Let's break down what's at stake here. Billions in state funding, the fate of over 100,000 asylum seekers, state versus federal authority, constitutional challenges, military deployment on U.S. soil. While Hochul is pushing for work permits and integration, talking about her own immigrant grandparents and the American dream, Trump's team is focused on what they call enforcement and removal. The irony here? Many of these migrants are filling crucial job vacancies across New York. Hochul's administration is actually planning to launch a job placement program this September. But all of this could come crashing down if Trump's team follows through on their funding threats. we're looking at what could be years of legal battles ahead. Please like and share. And check out Black Westchester Magazine's People Before Politics show every Sunday at 6 p.m. It's the news with the Black point of view.